Hi guys, and welcome to Stylish and Fabulous. For today's vlog I'm going to be doing a quick back to school makeup look. Now it's been almost 8 years since I left school, so I kind of had to go back to sort of think what sort of makeup look I went for back then. I do have to say that I did use quite a lot of cheap products, cheap foundation, mascara, eyeliner. I think it was even bronzer I even used, so yeah, it was a lot of cheap products. So nowadays it's kind of like a lot of products sort of have been invented. Lancome and Maybelline has become a very big hit with a lot of young sort of people too. So for today's one I'm going to be using sort of products that are sort of on the market now that you can get. Some of them are still quite cheap and affordable, so I kind of tend to like to go with them ones. So first of all I'm going to start with my face. Generally back 8 years ago I would tend to use probably like a facial scrub in the mornings, just to sort of get rid of any sort of dirt that I didn't remove the night before. So I would have definitely used one of them. Then I would have used then a hydration sort of moisturizer. I think I actually used Nivea. I think that was one that I actually used, and it was sort of like a hydration sort of one. It gave you sort of like a brightener I think it was to your skin. So the nearest one that I could find was this one. It's a Clean and Clear Morning Energy. It's a skin brightening hydration cream. So that was the nearest one that I could find. So I would definitely have used something similar to this. So I would just have took just a little sort of a little bit of it sort of on your finger, and then just have then dabbed sort of on the sort of the different parts of your face, just to create a real sort of brightening sort of look. And then do to your forehead, and then just massage that in then. So you can get a real sort of brightening sort of look to your skin. It actually smells gorgeous as well because it has lemon extract in it. That's really nice it is. You can actually sort of feel it on your skin, which is kind of good too. So then generally I would have then used a foundation. As I just said before, I tend to go for a cheap sort of foundation. Nowadays I use Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid, and this is Light Porcelain 004. So it's a real sort of light colour. I'm actually running out of it, so I need to get more of this. So I would have just tended to use just a small sort of bit of sort of foundation, and then do as what you do with the moisturiser, just sort of dab it sort of on your skin, just so you can then get ready just to actually rub it in. Now you can use sort of an actual foundation brush if you want to, but back then sort of I wouldn't have had sort of time to be sort of using a brush and insert it in my skin. So just sort of massage in with your fingers. I always find this is the most quickest way of sort of doing your foundation in the mornings, especially if you are in a rush, just to sort of even get just some of it on your face. So next then, it's kind of for that sort of natural look that you want to go for. I would have used then like sort of, as I said, a bronzer sort of. So in this case I'm going to use the Max Factor Natural Minerals Bronzing Powder. Now this is number 01 Sun Powder, but you can also use, if you didn't sort of have sort of like a powdery sort of one handy, you can use, these are the bronzing balls. I think these are from Primark. Yeah, so they're a real sort of cheap brand as well, and they can be quite good too. So I'm just going to use the Max Factor one. What's good about this is it comes with an actual brush, and it sort of has, it's kind of like that's the actual bronze itself, and it sort of has, I think it's like a sieve sort of in it, so you're able to sort of get some of it, some of the bronzer, so you're not going to get too much. So just take your brush then, and then just sort of get the brush and just go all over your face. Do your T-zone as well. It's just to sort of give it sort of an all over sort of brush, so that some of the bronzer will appear on your face. So as I said, you don't really want to do too much bronzer because you want to keep it as natural as possible. So next then I'm going to go on and do the eyebrows. For the eyebrow look, you can leave your eyebrows blank if you want to. Like if you have sort of darker eyebrows, then you can sort of leave them. But in this case, I would have sort of tended to use sort of like an eyeliner sort of brush, an eyeliner pencil. Just getting myself so confused. With this one, it is from Essence, and it also comes with sort of like a little sort of eyebrow brush as well, which is quite handy. So it's just to give sort of your eyebrows a bit of definition. So just sort of take your actual pencil and just slightly go over your eyebrow. Now you don't really need to do it real heavy because you don't want to sort of create sort of like a real sort of drawn look like you're drawing your eyebrows on. So just sort of go over them sort of really slightly. Just creating that sort of shape and just giving then that bit of sort of definition as well. So as you can see, they're done. If you feel like you need to sort of do a little bit more over them, you can do so, but at the same time you don't want to sort of create that real sort of drawn look, so just sort of keep them as natural as possible. So next then I'm going to go on and do the eyeshadow. So first of all, I'm going to use, for sort of the top sort of part of my eye, I'm going to use a real sort of light sort of colour. So the one I'm going to use is from Lancome, and this is, I think it's Daylight. It's just that colour there. So I'm just going to just get that and just go over the top of my eye like so. You can cover the eyelid as well. So I'm just going to just go over this sort of the top part. This is actually a lovely colour because it's real sort of light. You probably won't be able to pick it up probably on this camera because I'm so near this window here and it's really bright out today, which I'm not complaining about. So just go over then just your eyelid like so. And as it's sort of like a school look, a back to school sort of look, I'm going to use a sort of, if I can get it open, this is from number 7 and it's number 42 Antique Rose. I think this is Stay Perfect brand, and it's sort of like a real sort of soft pink sort of colour. So it's a real nice pink. It's really soft and really light, so that is definitely worth using for sort of like a natural sort of look. So I'm going to use just an eye applicator. You can get them in Pennies. You would have seen them probably in that other blog that I done. I think it was the Pennies Primark shopping haul. Only $1.50. I think it was 15 for $1.50, which is brilliant value. So just apply then sort of really lightly over your eyelid. It's a real sort of lovely light sort of colour it is. So you can sort of pick up sort of that pink sort of there, and you can sort of pick up the real sort of light cream, and then you can just pick up to that like real light antique rose colour. If you feel like you want to put on a little bit more sort of darker, like a darker sort of pink, you can, but still at the same time I want to keep it as natural as possible, as it is only a school look, so it's kind of, that's perfect for that. So next up then I'm going to take eyeliner. The one that I'm using is the one I use all the time. It's the Essence Long Lasting Eyeliner Pencil. As I said, you can pick these up in Doc Morris. I think you can pick them up in some stores as well. These are incredibly cheap, $1.99. So very cheap it is. So just take your eyeliner and just apply it just really slightly on your eyeline. And also in this case as well, just take your eyeliner and put it sort of, just apply it sort of to the side of your eye. It's just to create a real sort of dynamic sort of look to your eye, like so. Just to give as well a good bit of definition as well, just to the sort of the side part of your eye. And then just do the same as the last one. So you can sort of see, how the eyeliner, it just goes to the actual edge and then just slightly bring it around then just underneath your eye line. So you don't need to sort of do in between sort of that part there. Just sort of clinch it at the side and then just around then the actual eye line. So next then, take your mascara, any mascara that you use. In this case I'm using the Lancome Doll Eyes. It's just that one there. The brush is sort of real sort of thick sort of brush. So just use it just on you at the top of your eyelashes like so. You just go over them real sort of slightly as well. You don't need a lot of mascara. So that'll do on that. Then next, I'm then going to use just sort of a small sort of bit of blusher just to your cheeks, just to give your cheekbones a bit of definition as well. So the one that I'm going to be using here is, I think it's a blusher. It is, I can't pronounce it, but it's from Bourjois anyway. I don't actually really know the actual. It's number 22. I can't pronounce the actual name, but that's the colour anyway. I think I picked this up at some event thing, I think it was. So there actually is no sort of, there is a name on it, but I just can't pronounce it. But I will leave it in the blog on stylishandfabrics@blogspot.ie. I'll tell you all the details when I finish the blog. So just apply then to your cheekbone, just clench sort of the brush like that, just to create sort of like an angle. And then just do that like so. Now, and then sort of to finish it then is to sort of put something on the lips. So generally, back then I wouldn't have used like the lipstick. I wouldn't even sort of recommend using lipstick, because the only thing with lipstick is you have to apply it you know, quite a lot. So kind of like when you're in class, you just can't sort of pop out the mirror and then to be sort of like applying it as the teacher's there teaching. So in kind of one way, the most basic sort of lip sort of to use, or lipstick or whatever, lip balm to use, would be sort of like lip balms such as like Vaseline or Nivea or something. So the one that I sort of recommend is the Nivea Lip Care, I think it's Care Gloss and Shine. So this not only sort of gives your lips a load of gloss and leaves a bit of colour, it also sort of helps your lips as well to stay lovely and soft, and so that they're not drying up and all. So definitely sort of use something like this. It's very, very handy to keep in your pocket as well, or in your bag, so very, very handy. So just apply then that sort of to your lips. So you can sort of see like that lovely sort of gloss. Like so. So that is kind of quite handy sort of to have. You can also use sort of clear gloss as well from any other brand either. But I always feel that if you use a gloss that sort of has sort of like a care sort of thing in it, that cares for your lips at the same time, it's very, very good too. So that's basically it. That is my back to school makeup look. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Check out my blog at blogspot.ie for a list of the products that I used, including images as well on this look today. So I will see you in the next one. So all I say is stay stylish and fabulous. Bye!